Hello and welcome.
Good morning. How'd you like that one? Hey, I don't know what time it is. Do you know what time it is?
It's Clobberin Time!
Good morning and welcome to Comic Book Clobberin Time, featuring my main man Jay Hood, myself, my main man me, Coach Vic, and of course the ever talented, the ever toyful, the ever lovable Alan Schell.
Man, you're good at this. I should have you do that every time.
But not your main man, Alan Schell. Gee whiz.
I used 3 adjectives to describe you that were wonderful.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can leave now.
And hanging out in the chat today, we have my homie. A kid I think the guy I went to high school with, but it's a different name, of course. Rob Boswell. No, same name, different guy.
Rob Boswell.
Boswell.
Oh.
My bad, Boswell. And I can't read that.
The Who's Your Nerd is
The
here.
Who's Your Nerd?
The show is so off the rails, and I came prepared. We are so prepared. We're off the rails today.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
We are not the only ones that have this kind of problem.
Wait a second. That's my sister's name spelled correctly on TV, and she butchered it.
How about this one? Where's that?
Oh wow.
Where'd it go?
Hello.
Yeah. Al, you talk. Entertain us.
This is your plan, huh? This is why people waited for 10, 15 minutes, and so they can get you playing news bloopers. Is that it? Is that why I woke up at 9 and got everything ready and watched you put up your backdrop there?
You get ready.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's just hard work getting to look this good. Come on.
You do look good. I like the sunglasses on top of the head. It's like you're going to the beach today.
Well, I am. Pretty warm out.
We've got a new name, Tigar Paramartha. That's almost like Megan. No, I'm sorry. Good to see you, Tigar. Welcome to the show. We also got JB, Discovery Bay, joining us.
Disco.
Yeah, so we the main thing for the show today was that we were going to have a guest.
We do. We got Coach Vic back in the house.
He is back in the house.
Yes.
That's the most important thing. Forget all the rest of that stuff.
So, sorry for the slight delay this morning. I was putting up the new wall. Al's right. It doesn't come across very well, but it is
drab. It's very drab.
No, they aren't. It's popping.
It's the Christmas theme wall. It's red and green covers.
Did you just give it away? Or is that not like your...
Well, I wasn't going to do another riddle because people just they don't get it. They don't get it. You're over their head. Man, I made this riddle contest as simple as possible. I dropped as many hints as I could, and Comic Head 84. My hopes were so high. He was like 6 books into it. I'm like, he's got it, and then no.
Look, I knew what the riddle was, and the clues didn't help me. All right. So I kept sending you good clues to use.
So
I got a joke.
Right. Konnichiwa.
I got a riddle.
Okay, let's hear this riddle.
I got a riddle. Where do you go to weigh a pie?
Way up high?
Weigh a pie.
That's what I said. You go way up high to way up high.
It's the rainbow.
The rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high.
That needs one.
Bad joke.
Welcome back to Fox 2 News at 9 a.m. Time once again to get you caught up on your news headlines. For that, the Hamburglar.
Move from stream.
I guarantee you get his butt kicked as soon as the show's over.
You have to watch the rest of the bit. I cut it off right there for the timing.
I'm gonna watch Fail Army if that's what we're doing.
That was so wrong.
All right. Wall book riddle. What is the answer? The answer is, I'm going to make myself big.
Oh, we're still doing this?
Store.
Yeah. This is my very cool Swamp Thing #1. This is New Teen Titans #2.
Is that not number 2?
It is.
It says 36 on it.
This is Omega Man #3. See what I'm doing here? See how easy this is? This is my best example of a #4 issue, the first appearance of Big Barda. Inhumans #5.
I always get this part mixed up.
I think this is the only one where I actually said the number of the issue in my descriptions. Punisher World Journal #6. New Gods #7. First appearance of Machine Man in 2001, #8. This is the best example I could come up with for an issue 9 of something that I wasn't showing another title of. So King Conan for Variety. Wolverine #10. Amazing Adventures 11. Alpha Flight 12 with the death of the Guardian. Spoilers. An example of a #13.
The Guardian dies,
Yeah.
but he comes back, right?
Of course, it's comics.
Ooh, I want that book.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah.
This is a title I need to go back and get more of.
Yeah. They're hard to find.
Yeah. There's a Warlock that's got issue #15 on it. #16 of the Champions. 17 of Generation X. I'm so paranoid that I don't know how to count and that I skipped an issue. And I was like going through this last night. I'm like, I don't have number 18. And yet I did. Number 18 of the New Teen Titans. X-Men #19. Teen Titans 20. Even though it's got 18 sticker price on it. John Byrne's X-Men. This would be number 21, I think, if I'm still in order. Nightwing 22. Elephant Man 23. I'm still paranoid. I'm still looking at the numbers. Marvel 2-in-1 number 24. You can date the Moon Knight these days, number 25. I need to rebag that thing. G.I. Joe 26. And some of these, I had to make some decisions, you know. I had a couple examples of good books with the same number. I just had to pick a rail.
Mm-hmm.
That was New Avengers 27, Defenders number 28 with first appearance of Starhawk. Marvel Fanfare 29. See how easy this is? Fantastic Four 30.
Hindsight's 2020.
100 Bullets number 31. Here, let me insult my audience. You see how smart I am and you couldn't figure this out? I'm joking. What if 32? Captain Marvel 33. I had 36 spots, so we're going to, there's 34. And this was a weird one because for whatever reason, there's not a issue number on this one. And that was a clue I was dropping along the way, kind of.
Oh, so that's why I couldn't figure it out.
Just League number 35 and Astonishing Tales 36. So, hey, Biggie Shack, good to see you this morning.
Biggie, can't you see?
So, Biggie,
Sometimes
the
your
riddle
mouth
was,
just
the answer to the
hypnotizes me.
riddle was, just show your books and best examples of issue 1 through however many. You could do as many books as you wanted. I did 36, 36 slots. But yeah, people can. I know, right? I shouldn't gloat. I should not.
See, it was too easy. Everybody was looking like, all right, what's this cover have in common with this cover and that cover? That was your problem. You were like, hey, this is simple. It's numerical. You know, they were like, is it alphabetical? Is it because they're all eating rats on the cover? What is it? They don't know. They're looking for heavy lifting here.
Is there a fractal hidden in it?
I tried to keep it simple, but you know,
this is defeat. Are you defeated, Jamie?
not as bad as this guy.
Tell us what we're about to hear.
It's just a freestyle.
Okay.
I'm just gonna think it up as I go.
Freestyle. Well, let me sit back. Go ahead, Marshall.
Okay. Years ago, they tried to put me in the. This is live.
Did you want to try to read something from your book?
Yeah.
If you can't come off the dome, don't try it at home.
That's why I don't do this. I don't do this show. I come and I fake it every week because I am that guy.
You want to get some talking cat videos while we're on?
Tune in next time for talking cat videos. Oh man, Southern Comic Geek, how you doing, bud?
Are you okay, Jamie?
Southern Comic Geek he's on the ball. He knows what I've got up there on the wall. First appearance of the Locusts and the X-Men. Are my tears of laughter coming through on the camera?
Really? Is there anything that they won't make into a villain? A locust?
No.
Man, just making annoying noises at night.
All right, so I've got everything set up on a wheel, and
Wheel.
Let's share that screen. There it is. And I believe I had 6 entries. And if anyone is in the live audience now that made a video, I don't know it because I don't recognize anyone here that I recorded their names or that I remembered seeing a video. So we've got Comic Cat 84 is in for 2 entries. If you did a video, you got 2 entries. If you did an IG post, you got 1. So we've got Comic Cat 84 is in for 2 entries. Biggie Shack's here for 2 entries. So yeah, I do have someone in the audience that did 1. 64-page special did 1. Great guy. Metarog, he's always a good sport about this stuff. He did 1. Highly a Comic Bro did 1. So then all the names repeat. And then IG entrant from Secret Stairway Comics.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
Didn't Metarog do an entry?
Did I not say Metarog? I think I did. Yeah, they did. Just a shame, everybody that didn't participate. Hey, 84, how you doing? Came here just in time to spin that wheel. So how many times are we going to randomize this, Victor?
How about 1 for each entrant?
1 for each.
Rob says he made a video.
Yeah, he's lying.
I made videos I never
We
aired.
have very few regular watchers. Don't call the man live. He says he made a video.
Are you going to make me go look?
No.
He followed it with LOL, so I'm led to believe that he's being jokey, which I welcome. Thank you. Thank you for lightening the show. 69 times. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
I mean,
Are you okay, Jamie?
What's that?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm you know me. I'm always off my game, and when the show doesn't come together the way I want, I'm really off my game. So
Oh, this is the game. That's the whole game.
all right. Don't come to the show for quality. I'm just telling you.
Become
Bye. This is Jamie's meltdown on this. You got improv, baby. Improv. That's what it's about.
I dropped my hot pocket.
Yeah, apparently you did. Oh man, have you become like a Jamie in the morning show guy where you're gonna start making sound effects and stuff? Like, whoa, look at this guy.
I've always wanted to do a Henry radio show.
Well, here we are. All right, we're going to spin it 6 times because that's what Victor said. This says click to spin. This is 1.
Ooh, never mind.
Wait a minute.
So we could have elimination.
Uh-oh. Is that the
What
winner?
do I do to get to have it not fire that thing off every time?
You can't. Well, what I was thinking about is you randomize it 6 times and then spin it once.
Where's the
Oh.
How about shuffle?
You stack one. It's obvious.
Shuffle it 6
We're
times.
going to shuffle it 6 times. All right, there you go. Shuffle. 1 time. 2 times.
You might as well put my name in there.
4 times. 5 times. And 6 times. All right, now we're going to spin it.
This is rigged.
It is. Hialeah 1.
I want to recount.
There we go.
Was that him? Oh, what's that him shouting in the background? I'm losing my mind now.
All right. So there we go. We can finally bury that dog. The whole wall book riddle that no one liked.
And basically, you're sending Hialeah a bunch of stuff to trade.
Gloomy Jamie, man. Gloomy Jamie.
It's a good exchange because I own my whole book.
I think you should just give all those books away to people now.
I am. I'm giving them all away to 1 people.
Oh my goodness! So what good has come for you this week, guys? What's lighting up your life besides a failed puzzle? Gee whiz!
See, things are a little backwards here because here's Indiana. The football team was undefeated for the first time in like forever. They played Ohio State, and if we win, we're going to win the national championship. I mean, we're going to lose the national championship to Notre Dame, but that's just another thing altogether. So we're a little bit discombobulated here. Okay, that's just me.
Let's Coach Vic Bingo. You mentioned sports.
Why not?
Bandwagon jumper.
Hey, they never conflicted with any of my other teams in the past.
There's always a price to pay for Free Comics 84.
Hey, is there any new comics out now? I mean, what's cooking in the comic world?
I just went to the to our LCS last night, and just to bring the show down further, I forgot a book. There's a book I needed, and I didn't get it. So let me just squash the show completely. Like, just let me hammer it. I'm just kidding.
So did you go to get 1 book?
I went to get my whole stack of books.
Hey, what book is it? I'm going there today.
Yeah.
I'll go get it for you.
I'll probably stop by after work sometime. I missed a little issue of Wolverine that's part of the whole Ten of Swords.
I won't buy one of those. Those are junk.
I'll get it for you. I refuse to buy that one.
Wait a minute. Are you still buying Wolverine?
Not after Ten of Swords. I'm getting they hooked me with that whole series. I've been enjoying it, so it's not disappointing for me to spend money on it. But I'm probably going to drop X-Men as a whole, unless when they come out of it, that things look pretty radically different than they do now.
Well, I have a legitimate comic book question. I think
Is
this
it?
is never really true.
Do you?
So, what's Marvel going to do in response to Future State?
You know, that's an interesting question because almost always you'll see Marvel and DC doing like equivalent style of events and things like that. And usually it's one reacting to the other, and we haven't seen anything from Marvel as far as that's concerned. But I think that's because, as a general rule, they sell better already as it is.
Yeah. So we're not going to get Well, I can't think of any Marvel superheroes off the top of my head. That's sad.
A4 is asking about the assortment of books that he sent you, and we're going to do a special stream Tuesday night where Victor's going to go over that haul, and I'm going to unveil some stuff that I've gotten that is at work because I've been away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Katie, it's been killing me. It's been killing me. I just want to show them off, but we're going to do it Tuesday night. It's supposed to be Wednesday night because, I was coming because, they could get some of that pre-Thanksgiving dinner, but we moved it to Tuesday.
I didn't want to do the haul this morning because it would take up too much time and would take away from the interview.
Oh, poor Jamie. Oh, Jamie. Listen, if it helps you at all, I think his computer just blew up or his internet is down because I think, if anything, that's what happened. Maybe his house caught on fire. If that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
He was abducted by aliens. It's all good.
Wait, this just in. It was hot news flash. We've got a report of a bomb at Walmart.
Scary moments for customers at a Kansas Home Depot. Police responded to reports of a bomb threat at the store in Wichita. A customer alerted employees. A man inside the bathroom said there was a bomb in the building. Police were able to locate the man responsible for those comments, and that man told police he warned other guests to leave the restroom because he was, quote, fixing to blow it up, but...
You guys are like kids. You guys are little kids right now. Are you kidding me? Do this cockamamie stuff on your own time. You're horrible.
Well, this morning we were planning on having an interview with one guy I thought was like super interesting. I have no clue who he is. I mean, he's a radio DJ, comic book writer, independent comic book person. I mean, he does his own publishing, writing, artist, and everything. And he's a detective, not just a detective, but what do you call them, detectives?
He's the crime scene investigator.
There you go, CSI. And he's also a YouTuber.
Amy's face from here is great. He looks like, why are you bringing this up, man?
He got called into some quadruple homicide that he can't break away from to get to us today.
Yeah.
I'm scared at Home Depot.
I'm scared at Home Depot. So that's why we seem a little more discombobulated than normal.
Get the hook.
That's not true. We were going to be discombobulated the whole time. We would have just had something else to focus on. They could have been here.
You always got to have a plan B, guys. Plan B, man.
And here's the truth of the matter. I sent JD about 15, 20 ideas throughout the week. We're not going to have any time for any of that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to have any time for any of that. And I'm just sitting there, yep, my ideas sure would come in handy now. Almost like they were missing in action. That's about missing in action books.
Hey, there's a bomb scare right there. That was a plot. Whoa, baby.
Okay, the missing in action books, the books that Marvel had scheduled before COVID that have never since appeared. What do you want to talk about?
Not really. It was just a list of like 15 books. I was just like, which one do you think they should bring back? And he said, the only one they're bringing back.
Look what I got.
Black Panther.
I got this. It's the Michelangelo soda.
Sweet.
What flavor is it?
Here's the thing. It's the chase, right? It's supposed to glow in the dark. It's the chaser, okay? Mm-hmm. Not the regular one. It's supposed to glow in the dark, and I swear this is the regular one. It doesn't. I've been sitting here. It doesn't glow. It's
you
not.
Take it in the bathroom with you. Turn off the lights.
Did you charge it? Put it out in the sunlight?
I'm gonna put it. No, I haven't. It should just glow. That's.
It should. It should like radiate from like.
Yeah, it doesn't look. The plastic doesn't look like glowing plastic. And also, check this out. Look what I picked up. I picked up Megatron with his Energon mace.
Cool.
Mason, your bass 9/8 track.
What are you? The only thing is with this guy, I got.
Hey, does anybody out there have any deep questions for us?
Two
or
right
not so deep
hands
questions
on
for
this
us?
guy.
Any hopes, dreams, thoughts, or otherwise?
I'm all that. Hey, I tell you what, I did pick up Future People by Jack Kirby, man.
Forever
my
People?
God. What did I say? Future People?
Yeah. I knew what you meant, though.
Yeah,
Because it says
they
on
call
the
them
book.
Future People in the book. I think they call them like Truth and all this different stuff. Yeah, Forever People.
Cool.
I'm telling you, what I like doing, I like going through Kirby books and actually reading them for once instead of just looking at the artwork. And he has so many little ideas in each. It's crazy. Like he's got these villains that are like, they're like gravity. They impose gravity onto you so they can just like manhandle you. And you never see them again. Let's see. Yeah, they whip up this guy, the Infinity Man. But he's the strong guy. But they were kicking Superman's butt. See? They're kicking his butt. But heavy mass gravity. That sounds good. Heavy mass.
Now is that a trade or what?
Yeah, this is a trade. This is like one of the like when they did Mr. Miracle, they did New Gods, the Demon, and now they did this. Well, I think
my pal Jimmy Olsen.
I don't know if they have that or not. I think they're putting them out. Yeah. Oh, they do. They do got one right there. It's coming out. You got it?
No. I might have to pick those up. But
they got Superpowers, the Bronze Age Omnibus. They have Jimmy Olsen. And then they got New Garbage. Well, we don't look at the New Garbage. But eventually they'll put them out. These are cool. Just a little, like, this is one thing. Darkseid in the old books wasn't like if you crossed him, like, you better do. He wasn't Megatron, okay? He wasn't like, stop scaring you, fool. He was very cool and calm, okay?
Okay.
And he didn't. He let people go. He was just looking for stuff. He was looking for the anti-life equation, and he thought that it was on Earth. He thought someone on Earth had the equation. So he would he got this is where Forever People starts, okay? Is that the Forever People, they're Big Bear, Viking, Moon Rider, and Seraphan, and the Beautiful Dreamer. The book starts where the 4 of the 5 are coming to Earth to rescue Beautiful Dreamer. Basically like Star Wars. They're trying to find Princess Leia. Because the Darkseid figured, since the Beautiful Dreamer, who can basically like read your dreams type of thing in your mind, he would thought that she could find the anti-life equation. And the anti-life equation is basically where with one word he can make you do what he wants you to do. Basically, he can do the Jedi mind trick to people because it takes away your free will. If you don't have free will, you don't have life, basically. So it's just interesting to go, and it helps. There's a scene in here where Darkseid uses the Omega effect, right? But it's not as, where is it? Hold on a minute, I'll get to it. It's not where you see it today, where it's just like it's called the Omega effect. He has a name for the beams that shoot out of his eyes too. It's the little stuff that they just let fall by the wayside.
Yeah, I've been collecting some of the Fourth World stuff. I've been concentrating more on New Gods and Mr. Miracle. But I've kind of always wondered how the 4 series kind of tied together. I've never sat down and read all of it yet at this point.
Including my pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he calls them finder beams. They're finder beams that come out of his eyes, and then the Omega effect is the thing at the end.
Gotcha.
And another thing that I noticed, they don't treat Desaad and all those other New Gods, they don't treat them as like whimpering, sniveling, like, oh, master, please. They were kind of like on par, but they knew Darkseid was the main, the big boss, but they kind of was like, how are you doing today? Oh, well, I got this master plan. And, like Mantis, he was like, Earth is mine. Do what you want anywhere else, but Earth is mine. So it's basically, it was more like actual mythological gods, because you didn't see like Hades or Pluto or whatever, just like, you're mine. It was more like they were equal in their own parts. So that's one thing with current Darkseid, where he's just like this ruler of everything. And I don't know. It just, there's little nuances that they've lost. And another thing I got to say I hate, which I mean, it's me, so this is on my bingo when I say something I hate. The Omega designs that they have on Darkseid now. He's just wearing the Omega symbol on his chest. He's got Omega symbols. Like, come on, guys. The dude's not into branding at all. What are you doing?
They totally over-design all the characters these days anyway. They put too much interest into them. They're not simplified as simple as they were when we were kids, where, the kid wanted to go draw Superman, he knew what to do. Now you got to like figure out, okay, does he have a pattern? Does he have piping on his sleeves and all that kind of stuff?
Don't get me started on the Man of Steel.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That Man of Steel.
I call it high def design, because they're trying to plan ahead for when it's going to appear on screen. We need to have something more than a plain blue tunic for him.
But you know what? Give me Christopher Reeve's suit all day, man. I see a picture of that, and I'm like, that's Superman. Mm-hmm. It was funny. My dad was watching a movie, Christopher Reeve movie. He didn't know what it was. And I come in, I was like, oh, what are you watching? And he's like, oh, I'm watching Superman. And I was like, this isn't that movie, but yeah, you're watching Superman. That's Superman.
I actually watched Superman last week. Like the first 15 minutes of it. It was kind of hard.
The movies of that era are not necessarily the quickest paced movies, but it's definitely classic.
I mean, it took him 10 minutes to send the three dudes to the Phantom Zone.
So I think you might need some HD or attention disorder pills, because I'm like, yeah, I was watching, because it's amazing to watch. Like, that would be like going outside with its beautiful skyline and going, well, come on, guys, change already. It's like, no, it's beautiful. You watch the beauty. You don't like, hurry up, turn the day, turn to night. Like, let it happen. You gotta like breathe it in, man. Breathe it in.
So, getting back to Darkseid, do you think that maybe that personality change we saw in him happened during the Secret Powers cartoon?
Oh, definitely. And I think Kirby had something to do with that too, but more. He would like probably was like, well, what do you think? I was like, I don't care, pay me, and I'll draw this and this. Because
they make him less invincible?
Huh?
They make him less invincible or more invincible?
They made him more. They OP'd him basically. They OP'd Darkseid, because Darkseid was a schemer. He was just like basically he was like more of a devil, so much that he was like, hey, you want to eat that apple? You sure? He's not like, eat the apple or I'll rip it out of your eyeballs. He wasn't like that.
Are you sure you will die?
Yeah. He was just letting stuff play out. And it was more, I don't know, Shakespearean than it was, It was more of a like, he just, and there were so many other different characters, like Steppenwolf, who they make. Okay, let's get to the Snyder Cut. Let's talk about the Snyder Cut here. Okay.
Okay.
Did you see the new trailer?
Hold on, before we get into that.
Oh, you gonna play another?
I've only seen Justice League once, so
that's all you need.
And it's been a while, so
that's so bad.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you did. Okay. Well, the Snyder Cut, the commercial, it's just a trailer. All right, that's all they got so far. Steppenwolf, I guess there was no definitive look for Steppenwolf in the old books. I mean, he went from being kind of like a Renaissance looking dude to like in the superpowers outfit when he had like the spikes with the red suit, which I liked because I had the action figure. I remember when Superpowers put out those action figures, and I loved Steppenwolf. And now he's just like a big. He looks like what they do for everything, like the Transformers, like how they overly complicated the Transformers in the movies. Instead of them being blocky or just cars, something that look like, hey, it's a transformed car. It's like you can see their guts. You can see all the wiring.
I honestly don't remember him from the cartoon, but that's him back in the New Gods days.
Right.
What is this? Because I just thought it was a heavy metal band all my life until now.
In this case, it's
Born to Be Wild.
It's the name of a villain, but I'd guess it's another mythological character.
Well, in the comic, he is Darkseid's uncle.
His uncle?
His uncle.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, just looking at the Snyder cut, looking at the big horn. I guess Steppenwolf never had a definitive look, but the look they gave him, it's just modern insect-looking alien. It's like you could go to any movie they put out. It's like, oh, look how cool this guy is. Well, oh, he's so cool. He's so sharp.
I think. I mean, I'm not. Nobody's. Well, Marvel does it better. Let's say that. But when it comes to DC movies, the villains, the CGI they've had on their villains has been very subpar, in my opinion. And that goes for Steppenwolf. It goes for Ares. Yeah, they were. In my mind, like I've seen both those movies once, and in my mind, they're both the same guy.
Yeah, pretty much. They pretty much are. I think. I don't know. There's like, no offense, but it's kind of like your backdrop right now. It's just it's uniform, and it's not. It doesn't stand out. If you would have gave me a Jack Kirby, this is the thing. They're doing New Gods eventually. They will bring on a New Gods movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the drabbest thing you'll ever see in your life. I'm betting it. I'm telling you, there's not gonna be any Kirby. You need to do over the top. What was the last Thor Ragnarok? I think it was.
Yeah,
that was as close as like a
Kirby thing we've seen so far.
A Jack Kirby, Walt Simonson movie you're gonna get.
Yep.
Okay, dude. If they would give us a full Kirby, I mean full Kirby movie, it'd blow your mind. It'd be like the old Flash Gordon movie meets Thor Ragnarok. It would be over the top beauty, man. I'm telling you. And then, of course, Vic would be like, "This movie's taking a long time to get to the point. When's Superman gonna get here?"
Hey, I have no time with building up a backstory. Okay.
Well, yeah, I understand that because now we know everything now. We know it's like, yeah, he goes from Crip, blah 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 blah. But you got to think, you got to put yourself in the mindset that this is like the first. This is the movie. You didn't have Iron Man and Cap and all these guys running around. It's like it's a regular occurrence. I can't just get to the action. It wasn't like that. It was just like, hey, this is
like
the
a
movie.
Story. Okay.
Huh?
I like a good story. I mean, that was one reason why I really liked the last Wolverine movie that we saw. Logan, yeah. There's a story in there, and I like a good story. I like action too. I mean, that was a little rough, but I like a good story. So that's one of the things I liked about Black Panther. There was a good story in it. Like I said, I think it was a movie disguised as a superhero movie, but I could be wrong in that assessment. But I do have a question for you. I'm going to sound almost smart here. Of the big bads, like, Thanos, Darkseid, and MODOK.
MODOK is kind of a jokey villain.
Okay, I take that back. Give me another one of the big ones.
Galactus.
That's
he isn't really a bad guy. He's a force of nature.
Well, of all those and all the ones that I don't know about, which one's the biggest and the baddest? I mean, if they fought each other.
Well, that's always been the big debate: is Darkseid the bigger bad or is Thanos the bigger bad? And that debate's only started over the last 5-10 years since they've been doing Marvel movies, where they're building towards, we're going to do Thanos.
Now, let me tell you, this will answer your question. When Darkseid come out of the gate, he was the man. Okay, Thanos came out of the gate. He was fighting chumps. All right. They took Thanos. They ordained this dude. They rose him up out of nothing. Darkseid don't need to be brought out of nothing. He's already a bad A. Okay, so that should answer your question. Thanos was brought up to be their Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
They never had a Darkseid before. They put some trimmings on Thanos. Okay.
By the way, I love how when Alan gets on a roll, he slips into his wrestling persona. What you got here?
Yeah. You understand, baby? This is what's going down. Take it to the pay window. Okay.
Okay, so what I need to get a full Darkseid experience then?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Read the Jack Kirby's Fourth World stuff. Okay. Read it all, and it's just like he's got so many little different things in there. Just like you could start a whole new comic book universe on some of the littlest things he puts in his book.
Got that omnibus in that Fourth World omnibus with was it Jimmy Olsen, Forever People?
Yeah,
New Guys.
You have to buy 4 trades to get it all.
Yeah,
it's one book.
If you, oh my goodness, you gotta bust out some dough for that.
One he showed was just Forever People.
Yeah, when I did my research for the Jack Kirby thing, it was one book.
Oh, they do have an omnibus. It's big.
Oh,
well,
I'll get the 4 paperbacks.
Yeah. Well, I want to tell you about Loner or whatever. Okay, this is just like a backup in the Forever People books. Okay, the only ever time that I've seen Loner is in the Who's Who spread, right?
Gotcha.
So I've never read his stuff. I just like, all right, who's this chump? You know, I've not finished it, but it's just a couple pages in the back of each Forever People book. Maybe not even that. And it's so interesting because it's basically what Lonar is he's like Command D almost, where he's walking through the old guy's battlegrounds and he's like finding like this is what it happens for. So he finds like which is supposed to, it looks like Thor's helmet because that's all New Guys really was just like, hey, I'm Jack Kirby. I did the Thor stuff, and this is better because they're dead, and this is the New Guys. Okay, so he finds like Thor's helmet and his sword, and then he's like using the mother box to find stuff, and he finds like this old war horse from the old gods, and it just. Who thinks of that stuff? It's just a couple pages of a guy walking around in a trash dump, old battle, like big giant skeletons and stuff, and he's finding all this cool stuff, and it's like it's like the old Western where a guy's walking his horse through the desert or something, through the old West, and he's finding It's pretty cool. I've got a new appreciation for a character that I only seen in a Who's Who back in the day in the background because they had the double page spread of all the New Guys characters. And there was this one guy in the back. I'm like, who's this chump? And now I'm reading it and I'm like, wow, you could do so much with this character. He's the wandering hero, he's came from Kung Fu. He can wander from place to place and do heroic things and then take off. It's interesting. So I highly suggest Forever People, if not for Forever People, because they're basically new age hippies. So you're kind of like, oh boy. But it's from the ideas around the Forever People that I suggest to buy the Forever People because it'll wet your whistle a bit. Yeah, Crack Kirby. Basically, that's what it is, baby. I'm telling you, the ideas in this can inspire you, and that's why I don't know. You guys might read it differently, like, oh, that took too long to get to Superman, But every little thing, they're just little things, like some way someone says something or explains something. That's a great teacher. When a teacher can make you see something in a different light, like, oh, I know 2 + 2 is 4, but and then the teacher's like, yeah, but this is 2 separate things coming together, and it's the explanation of stuff. The way modern DC or modern comic books explain stuff can't touch Crack Kirby. Okay, can't touch it. This is the purest form. And then you're like, oh, that's why people this. If you read this, you will understand why all the people that have come since Kirby have feasted on Kirby, have engorged on Kirby and spewed it forth in a way that might not be recognizable, but you'll understand where they got it. This is the inspiration, and the little things in it, they might expand your brain, man. They might just like, oh, I've never thought of it. This has got the stuff. So I'm on Crack Kirby.
I'm excited.
Well, let me tell you, I would not be collecting the New God stuff if it wasn't for this man right here talking. You know, he's out here preaching. You. He's out here preaching.
I'm your demon, baby.
Kirby.
Give me some of that good Kirby.
I'm waiting for you to pass the plate.
Because sometimes you have to get beyond. I mean, they're appreciating Kirby for a lot of people that didn't grow up reading Silver Age comics.
Oh, Lord.
You have to kind of develop a taste for them because it's sometimes hard to get past what you see on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And
true.
And you have to read the material to get these nuggets of the real creative genius that goes beyond just the pencils on the page.
I mean, it's like watching a movie that has Marlon Brando and a bunch of British actors standing around with lights flashing all around them.
It's all dark and you're waiting for when are they going to turn the lights on?
Marlon Brando's going Krypton. We have to turn Krypton. You know, you can't like that too much, but you got to delve into it. Let's see. Immortal Biggie Shack says people that don't like Superman don't have an imagination. Unbelievable.
One thing I've been curious about Superman for all these years, he's from Krypton. How did he get so indoctrinated into the American way?
Because he was a baby.
He fights for truth, justice, and the American way.
Because of Mom and Pa Kent. That's why. He was a baby when he got on Earth. And then, I mean, you think babies are going to be like, hey, I still remember. I think they should do a whole series where he doesn't know he's from Krypton. I'm saying Krypton. Marlon Brando, Krypton.
I think that's called Smallville, isn't it?
Well, he knew he was. Well,
eventually
they revealed. But
yeah, too bad that show sucked. That show sucks. What? All those CW movie shows suck. Okay?
Oh my! Look,
they bastardized comic books. They got them. This is what I'm talking about. I want pure forms. I want the drain. I want the Kirby shot right in here. I want.
Okay, so this has got to be a show sometime. It's got to be the Christopher Superman movies versus Smallville. We'll have a debate.
Superman the movie versus Smallville? Oh, come on. Godzilla versus Bambi. Give me a break.
I know. Smallville will kill those, except for the one with Richard Pryor.
Give me a break. Okay, I give you Superman movie and Superman 2, and I'll even throw in Superman 3 because I love Superman 3. It's underrated. Okay.
But we all agree that the Christopher Reeve Superman is much better than the Jesus Superman. What was his name? Cavill.
Yeah. If they would let him be him, if they would let him be like non-crybaby, if they let him be more like Superman, okay? If you can actually be Superman instead of like, I'm going to go into church and ask the preacher, how does he do it? You know, or whatever. It's just like, get off that's teenager stuff. That was stuff I was thinking about comic books and was like, well, if in reality he would be like so dark and twisted. And I mean, it'd be like watching The Boys. I don't want to watch The Boys. I don't want Superman to be a Homelander. I want Superman to see the best in humanity. And he's like, you know what you can be? Look what you can be. Okay? That's what I want.
What about Lois and Clark?
Oh, get out of here with that garbage, too. Get out of here. Like, Dean Cain can lick my toes, man. That dude was a horrible, horrible Superman. Oh, he was so dry. Wait a minute. You're saying that Superman the movie was boring, but you will watch Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark.
They took
Get out of here with Smallville Monster of the Week, Krypton stuff. Shoot, man, you showing it. You. Oh my God! You like Smallville and Lois and Clark over Superman the movie?
Whoa. I just said I like Smallville over Superman the movie.
You did.
No, he just threw it out.
I just threw Lois and Clark out there, especially since apparently the new Lois and Clark that they're doing is bombing.
Is it out?
No, but with apparently they keep having to do rewrites, and it's not going well from what I read.
Yeah, there, Biggie Shack never watched CW. I try to watch it, but then I'm just like, oh, this is how you're gonna treat my love? No.
I guess you heard her little show called One Tree Hill. Huh.
Sorry, I'm talking superhero stuff. I'm talking Flash, Green Arrow. I'm sorry, Batman Arrow. No. I'm talking. I haven't even watched Supergirls. I can't bash on that. But I'm just like, I need the pure cut, man. I don't need no. I was like, well, we had to change this character because of this. What's this?
Captain K, man.
Oh, it's the water buffalo. Yeah, recently did this. It's the you remember Flintstones, right?
Yes.
Okay, the Flintstones had the order of the loyal order of the water buffalo. So I decided to make Captain Caveman an honorary member and give him that hat, and you can get it today. I think there's an actual sale going on right now.
What's my name? Show enough.
There you go. I love that one. Regular show is great. Mighty Mouse
in the middle right there.
Commander USA. Yeah, I didn't know that guy.
Commander USA was the movie host for USA Network. They would like Commander USA Groovy Movies, and he was a retired superhero, and he would. His sidekick was named Left. Hey, look at those black Vulcans. Can you? Oh, you can't zoom in on those, can you?
I set this up in a little animation. This is still a work in progress. I need to put some voiceover on it and actually put some graphics in it and stuff like that. But I put this together last night.
There's the animated
I like
series.
that Superman or that Batman neon right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Captain Cthulhu America. That's a definite Jack Kirby, and I just slapped the Kirby or the crackling. There, see, you got yeah.
I Dream of Jeannie turned out real well. The one with the guy in the background.
Oh yeah, I just did a new one where it's Darren from Bewitched.
I might have to get my wife that I Dream of Jeannie t-shirt.
Well, do it now. It's 35% off. Yeah. I did a new Thundercats. I got
and her birthday's Tuesday.
Well, you're not gonna get it by Tuesday. So you didn't say your wife's birthday was Tuesday. You still want to do the stream on?
We're celebrating it on Sunday.
All right.
Well, right, my dad bought her a present that we opened last week. Oh, my dad. We're gonna open it Sunday. It's an air fryer.
Nice.
We've been air frying to death.
Wow, that's a long commercial. Watch the same thing over and over. I thank you, Jamie, for doing that.
Quality products.
Yeah, Al helps sponsor the show. So, and I admit I've done a bad job of trying to promote him. And
you do. You give me like 5 hours every day.
I think I might try to give me a Show Enough coffee mug. I can get that in a coffee mug, right?
Yeah, you can get it in a coffee mug and as a big cup too. These are only half. I got over 130 designs on there.
Oh, really?
You have to go and look through all the different pages. There's like 5 pages.
Do you have the Brown Hornet?
I do.
Oh yeah. Well, I
thought you already got it. I was like, well, I know you liked it on Instagram. So anyway, so Gore Vidal's saying, I think what contributed to Superman's success was the hero and protagonist was good. That's right. It was. Lex Luthor. You might want to rip on Lex Luthor just wanting land, but let's tell you, it was so good. It affected John Byrne's thinking. Really, it did. When he brought back Superman after Crisis, when they gave him the key to the kingdom, he basically was like, "This is some good stuff. I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna mold it." And he also took a lot of Kirby stuff. If anybody knows that, he took a lot of Kirby in it. I don't even know if John Byrne's like a big Kirby fan, but
okay. So they butted heads because John Byrne was just as much of a butthole back then as he is now. And obviously he grew up on Kirby, was a fan of him, and Kirby influenced him a lot. But the knock on John Byrne when it comes to Kirby is that John Byrne took the line of when Jack was trying to get his art back from Marvel, John Byrne took the line of, you knew what you're getting into, stop crying, you don't worry about getting your art back, that kind of stuff. So
wow, okay,
yeah, Byrne was a jerk to him. But the rest of Gore's statement here, I want to bring up to I'm imagining you've never seen The Deer Hunter.
No.
Okay, so if you think that Superman, it takes a while to get to Superman, you'd be the Deer Hunter was a movie that was about guys going off to Vietnam, and they don't leave for Vietnam until like an hour and a half into the movie.
Okay.
Up until then, it's just them like getting married and stuff like that. And yeah.
Well, it's more about the people. That's the thing. That's one thing. When you're watching a movie, you want to be invested in the people that you're watching. It's more their life. It isn't about Vietnam. It's not really. I mean, that's the backdrop. Vietnam's the backdrop. Vietnam's what happens. This is the life that these people are living. They get drafted. They go to Vietnam. No spoilers, but a couple of them come back. One doesn't, and the guy goes back to. Yeah, it's if you watch Deer Hunter, you'll start to get other memes and jokes, because it's a very like, oh, I know that's where that's from. Oh, I can see. All right. It's one of those movies where it's been often duplicated or used in other ways in other TV shows. Like, oh, I finally got that joke from The Simpsons because I watched The Deer Hunter or South Park or whatever, because they would.
Only shows like South Park would find humor in The Deer Hunter.
Oh, The Simpsons would. There's nothing off in it for The Simpsons.
And how can you go wrong? It has Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep, and Robert De Niro, and Fredo. I can't remember his name. Fredo from Godfather. I was mixing up Goodfellas and. Oh. Superman 2, yes. Let's say in Superman 2, with the best use of Zod and Ursa and Nan, okay? The three evil Kryptonians. That's what blows me away, is those guys were never really anything big in comic books. To me, it was like they were always in the Phantom Zone. And they look goofy as heck. But when they did Superman 2, actually they were in Superman 1, but I got a confession to make. When he says when the bad guy is like, and one day your heirs, like meaning your offspring and everything. I always thought he said, and one day your ass. He was telling him he was going to get him. One day your ass. But it was his. I never heard the word, so I thought he was saying he was going to get his ass.
A quick question for Kitchen here. I know you were timed out on the stream by a bot a while back. Did you get timed out on this stream? Just let me know. But I think Biggie is the moderator, but I don't think I've got any other moderators. Maybe Gore's a moderator too. I don't have the YouTube live chat up. Just let me know.
All right.
I have one small point to make too.
Okay.
This play in Al's favor, by the way. The one thing about Smallville that always bothered me, I like Lex Luthor, because I felt like the only reason Lex Luthor was who he was because Clark kept lying to him all the time. And he kept lying. Lex just trying to find out the truth. That's all he kept trying to do, is find out the truth. How did you save my life when we both fell off the bridge? How come you didn't die? How come this happens? How come this happens? Oh, you're just being stupid, Lex. You don't really know anything, Lex. And that's why I named my cat after Lex Luthor. Because I just hated Clark's. I really didn't like Clark. I love Lex Luthor in that show. Matthew Rosenbaum.
He's got a podcast.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he interviews a lot of people. It's pretty good. Check him out.
Yeah, I know he's pretty big in the fan community. He's pretty good at like interacting and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, everybody liked Lex instead of Clark.
Well, that's because Tom Walling's not really that exciting anyway. And you talk about Smallville. Smallville is like drab. It's like, hey, who's the monster of the week? Oh no, Pete Ross is driving a souped-up car off of Kryptonite. Oh boy, that's exciting.
See, I never watched Smallville for one reason, because I knew
it was bad.
Well, I knew all I wanted to see was a guy in a suit, Superman suit, and I knew when I would see that, and it was going to be on the last episode, so I wasn't going to waste my time watching anything until the last episode.
That was really cool when it happened.
I can't remember if I actually watched the last episode or not. But
I think you guys are lucky that I don't have any stroke or any power to make, like, I'm not in charge, because the movies I would make, the TV shows I would make would be so bananas. I mean bananas. Like, I always thought it'd be cool to do a New Gods like puppets, like almost like Dark Crystal, but that's the New God. You know, I think that would be a cool. Have you seen the latest Dark Crystal show on Netflix? No. Oh my god, it's awesome! It's beautiful. You gotta watch that. If you have Netflix and you haven't watched the new Dark Crystal TV show, oh my god!
I've been meaning to watch it. I need to watch the original with my girls. I think they'd. Well, I don't know if they'd like it, but I'm gonna try and make them like it. Gore says Colonel Kurtzman and Apocalypse Now, like the judge in Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian, are two of the most complicated and sinister villains in film and fiction. Vader and Luthor aren't in their league.
Well, I don't watch Star Wars or Luthor or Superman to see guys like real life people. I want Machiavelli. I want like I am Vader. I want that. I don't want people that are like something that could be real.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want real. If I could turn on the TV right now and see real, I want to see like, oh, this is so cheesy. It's fun. Look at this. This is great. You know, that's why I like a Friday the 13th or a Halloween movie or Nightmare on Elm Street, because there's no, you know, I mean, there's going to be people going around killing people, but there's not going to be a zombie Jason guy or a burn up guy that's in your dreams. It's popcorn. I don't want to watch, you know, like, you know, I don't want to see Ted Bundy, the movie. Okay.
Well, if you think those are horror stories, wait to see this one.
A sticky situation at an airport in Tennessee after baggage was sprayed with raw sewage.
Sprayed?
I know.
Well, soil is one of those words. There's just no way to say it. It's just sounds like chunky moisture.
Oh.
It's the two words you hate.
Yeah.
Corn? How'd that get on my bag?
Okay, too far.
Brother, always going too far.
You guys are kids, man. You guys are kids.
I had to get one more stinger in there before we wrap this up. Al, thanks for saving the show. I have you on here for a reason, because I know I can always rely on you to bring us back around. That's cool.
Yeah, I just yell a lot. Me and Vic get in a conversation.
Hey, I know I'm in on the fourth world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in on the fourth world. Can't wait to start.
Maybe we'll have to
get it in, man. I'm telling you, these books, they're so colorful. They got the nice shiny color in here, and it might take a while, Vic, to get through the first of it, but I promise. I'm thinking about Superman, the movie, real quick. when does it pick up? When does it pick up for you? When Superman shows up? When does it pick up? When do you think Superman when do you think it picks up?
Really, they sent them off to the Phantom Zone, and then they kept talking, and Krypton swore. I'm like, yeah, this ain't the movie you watch at 12 o'clock at night.
Okay, well, come on, you got 12 o'clock at night. You don't do that. What movie you watching 12 o'clock at night?
Okay, let's play this game. What other movies are slow burns that are worth watching? I think my favorite slow burn movie is Blade Runner.
Oh, Jiminy! Wow, watch that at midnight. You know, they used to show that on TNT like all night at like 3 in the morning. We used to stay up all night and just be up, and they'd show that, and I'd be like, I can go to sleep now. I can. I'll tell you what's a good slow burn that I like that everybody's gonna cry. Star Trek: The Motion Picture. People crap all over it, but I dig it because I can get in the meat, man. I can get the mashed potatoes. I can get my finger around there because people say there's no story and it's just a bunch of that's BS. You got Kirk who's like scheming. This dude's scheming to get the Enterprise back. He wants because they got a new captain. He goes in there. He's like, I'm gonna have to help you here. He's like, no, he totally takes over. Then you got McCoy who's like calling him out on it. He's like, I know what you're doing, man. It's like, you ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool. And then you got Spock coming in, who they're like, hey, Spock, old buddy. And he's like, I don't care about you guys. I'm just here to merge with V'ger, man. He was just, we'll just say that was the dirtiest all those guys were. They had to it was like being away from your people for so long, and then you get back, and it's like, hey, Vic, how's it going? And he's like, you know what? I tried to watch Superman, but that stuff was boring. And I'm like, who are you, dude? Who are you? But Star Trek: The Motion Picture is worth don't watch it at midnight, okay? Be fully rested.
I used to own Star Trek on Laserdisc.
You got Star Trek on Laserdisc?
I used to.
Oh, beauty. That's a beauty. Okay, Apocalypse Now, the director's cut. Whew. 4 hours.
I think I've got that on DVD.
Wow. I was just going to say Simon Birch.
I don't know that one.
It's a great movie. It's written by John Irving.
A movie from the 90s. Ooh, what are we talking? The Rock and
what's wrong with The Rock? You don't like The Rock?
Not the actor, not Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about
Michael Bay.
Well, it's balls deep, man. That thing is like, ooh yeah. That's 90s to the extreme. Was it come on the 90s or 2000?
It's in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. It's like a popcorn movie. I mean, you can't take it seriously.
Yeah. But it's Michael Bay, man.
So if there's an opposite end of the spectrum from the slow burn movie, it's The Rock.
I've hit your Superman the movie. I've found it. I've found your defense. You got offensive real quick. You're like, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm not on some hill and defend it, but it's fun.
You start blowing up. You were blowing up there for a minute. Like, listen here. This show, I might consider this show a big piece of garbage because Nick Havard no-showed us. And I took forever to put up this backdrop, and it looks as drab as the Army fatigues. Well, listen here, brother. If you talk about The Rock, I'm going to smite thee with furious anger. Oh, my goodness. I can see his eyes. His blood's boiling there. Unbelievable. What else can I talk about?
Anytime you guys want to recume a man's swang,
I don't know.
Tonight, welcome to K95, where we play the hits all day.
All right. Let's wrap this show up. We've gone over an hour and talked about nothing. Actually, Al did save the show. We actually had a constructive conversation. We were able to go over the the admirable qualities of Jack Kirby's Forever people work. Talked about the fact that Smallville is better than the Superman movie.
Oh! Driving the hits on K900.
We do have 2 announcements. Please, everyone, get the word out. If you're a YouTuber, if you're in the YouTube comic book community, spread the word about my J-Hood Christmas.
Very J-Hood Christmas.
A very J-Hood Christmas thing. I'm not telling you what it is because it's not a video. I'm sending stuff out. But I need as many people to participate as possible. So if you've got friends that you're buddies with that you do videos with all the time, get them on board. Just go to my A Very J-Hood Christmas video. It's just a short, like 5-minute video. Leave a comment there. Let me know you're in, and I'll get in touch with you to get your address so we can have this big thing go on, hopefully by Christmas time. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we've got that. And then Tuesday night, time to be determined. Coach Vic and I are going to do a J-Hood and Coach Vic show their stuff video, kind of like we did before. I've got some minor keys, some minor bangers, I guess you could say, but I've got volume. I've got a short stack because they all piled up at work while I've been working at home. So we'll do that. Al, you got anything else you want to mention before we go?
I finally got E-Man on Battle Cat.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a big part.
One thing I did want to mention is I'm getting around finally to where I'm probably going to be making streaming soon. I'm thinking about maybe doing them Sundays, Sunday morning, Sunday or whatever. I mean, you don't have to come and join, but
I'll come heckle you in the chat.
Huh?
The least I can do is come heckle you in the chat.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Hey, you can join if you want to. I'll be drawing, and then you can be sitting there going, "Yeah, so I did this puzzle thing, and no one figured it out."
I'm gonna go straight to the spaceman.
Or if you want to join me, hey Jamie, if I invite you, I want you to come on and draw with me.
All right, we can do that sometime.
I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll call it Draw with Me. Alan Schell, Draw with Me, and then people can draw with me.
Draw with me.
Catching the answer to the riddle was that all the books are in numerical order. So I had a Swamp Thing 1, I had a Teen Titans, New Teen Titans 2, Omega Men 3, Mr. Miracle 4, 1 through 36. Up on the wall, they were just all mixed up out of order. But that was the thing that tied them together, was the fact that they were in a numerical order. Thanks, Gore Vidal. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone else.
Hey, do you think that I have to get the rights to do a parody song of "Come Fly with Me"?
No, parody is covered under
public domain.
Public domain, yep.
Okay, so then I can do "Come Draw with Me." Come draw with me. Let's draw away.
I never knew you had a singing voice.
Yeah.
I don't.
I got 2 throats.
I get it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Come draw with me. That's my kind. I'll type it on YouTube. It'll be like 20 of them.
Yeah, when you get that rolling, let me know and we'll definitely promote it. I'll put it out on Instagram and stuff like that too.
Well, you know me. I like to talk and never do things.
All right, so one more stinger.
I'm coming back, baby.
And we're coming back too. And
Tell you what, hey, before you go, if I don't talk to you, hear from you, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. Don't get it stuck in your throat. Don't get no turkey bones or anything stuck in your throat. I love you guys. I love being on the show, and that's why I had to announce my retirement. No, I'm joking. Hey, love you guys. And everybody in the chat, thank you for putting up with me, and I hope you guys have good days ahead.
Yep. Thanks, Ketchum. He's still here. Remote Biggie Shack. Who's your nerd? Gore Vidal. Thanks for hanging out. Dave Enrique. Thanks for hanging out this morning. We'll remind you, keep your priorities straight. Faith, family of comic books, and we'll see you next time.